Hello, Francois Gagnon here with ERA Europe, and we're going to talk today about some new uses for existing technology. And the existing technology we're talking about is what is called a QR code. Now, a QR code is a quick response code. Quick response code means that it's a small barcode, we'll show you in a second, that will enable you to be able to scan some information and access all of that data anywhere it may be on a server or on the internet. In order to do this together today, because this is going to be interactive, we're doing this together, you're going to need either your iPhone or smartphone, and we'd strongly recommend that you have a piece of paper and a pencil so you can jot down some of the information that we'll give you. So once you've got your iPhone, you're going to need a QR code reader. You can either get one from the App Store if you have an iPhone, or get one from the Android store if you have a smartphone. And they come under various different names. Some are free, some are paying, whatever you'd like. You're looking for a QR code reader. Once you download that onto your iPhone or smartphone, you'll be able to read these barcodes. If you'd like, you can go to the ERA France application, which is on the App Store. And if you go to the App Store, download ERA France application, and you want to look at what's called the icon that says iCodes, which I've got right here, just right there in that position. It says iCodes, and when you click on that little iCodes, it's going to launch your camera, which is what it does on the iPhone, and from there you'll be able to scan these codes, okay? So let's say you've got your iPhone or your Android phone, you've got your application downloaded, and you're ready to see, what is this going to do for me? Well, here's what it's going to do for you. First of all, here's my business card. So you give out a business card to anybody and you've got general information, your picture, really cool, and give out a business card like this one that's got nothing on it except your logo. And on the flip side of that card, I have got my QR code. Now, the camera is going to zoom in on that QR code right now. And as the camera is zooming in on the QR code, take out your iPhone, click on your QR code reader, take out your Android smartphone, and click on your QR code reader, or if you've got the ERA France app, click on that reader and then scan this code, QR code right here, and that's going to launch another site for you that you can see. So here's how you can go ahead and use this and how this will benefit you specifically. So imagine you meet someone, you give them your business card, and rather than writing notes on the back, it was great to meet you, blah, 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 whatever the case is, you give them the card with the QR code on the back, and before you know it, they're downloading a video or information about you specifically, just as we have done on this QR code right here that you're able to see on your smartphone. So you're watching a video and you're watching another video on your smartphone. How exciting is that? But what other benefits or uses are there for this? Well, imagine on your property information that you have in the shop of the office, in the windows of the office. So on that property information right there, there's a little QR code right here. The camera is going to zoom in on it on your screen, and what we'd like you to do is take out your smartphone, take out your iPhone right now, click on that QR code reader, and go ahead and scan this little QR code here, and that's going to take you to additional information on this specific property. It's going to take you to a video, it's going to take you to a movie, it's going to take you to additional property information. Anywhere that you'd like it to take you, we can take the client there just off of that QR code. Now, what is the benefit of that? Well, it means that if I'm happening to be walking in front of your office and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock before the office is open, or 11 o'clock at night while I'm going back home, and I walk by your office and I see this, and I can see this little code right here, I can scan it with my iPhone, and I can scan this information, and before you know it, I've got all kinds of details on that information that I would never have been able to have access to otherwise. Oh, sure, you can say, well, why don't you just put up a URL or a domain? Yeah, I can do that, but who's going to take the time to sit down, type it out, write it out? It's long, it's involved, easily make a mistake, I don't understand why. With the QR code reader, I scan this with the camera, and bingo, I am right there on the information. In addition to that, The use for the QR codes are, let's say you have a magazine. Here's a beautiful property magazine, such as the ERA Europe International Collections magazine. And what have you got in here? Well, look at this. Here's information on the property, and now you can put the QR codes in the description of the property so that as I'm looking at this in the magazine, which is beautiful, but there's one picture and some text, I can go to that QR code, and before you know it, it's taking me to a video, it's taking me to a presentation, it could even take me to a video of you as the salesperson talking about one of these homes and being able to really present it in the best possible manner and fashion, providing additional exposures for the buyers, additional exposures for the sellers, more property visits for you as a real estate professional, great benefit for everybody. It's in everyone's best interest. And last but not least, on the yard signs. So imagine that this is a yard sign for a property, and on that yard sign, what do I have? Here's my QR code right here on the yard sign, which means that as I'm driving down the street, I go ahead and I take out my iPhone or my smartphone, and I go ahead and say, geez, let me take a look at this. I want to see what this property looks like. I want to have more information about it. I want to understand better about what this property has to offer, and I want to get more news on it. I can take my iPhone, my smartphone, I can scan this right here, and I hope you're doing it right now, because if you scan on it, it'll take you to a sample property that you'll be able to see and get the idea of the additional benefits that this can do for you. In this time and in this day and age where technology is absolutely critical, at ERA Europe and in all of the various countries that ERA is involved in, not only in Europe but throughout the world, we know technology is key. The use of these key QR codes is going to help you increase your exposure for buyers and sellers, facilitate the sale of the property, make you more professional in the eyes of the marketplace, and increase the chances of selling it for the best possible price and to take an exclusive listing, which is what we all want. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. QR code, be sure and scan that. Thanks. Bye-bye.